Hi guys, good evening. So hope all are fine. So it's a pleasant evening today, though it's a bit hot and itchy here. Fine. So this is Imran from Synergy Cantonment. So welcome to our live stream today. So today we are going to talk about the new normal after the global pandemic. Fine. Okay. So hope all are fine. Everybody's staying safe. There have been a lot of relaxations, for everyone in every city, depending on the zones. But anyways, stay home, stay safe. Still, the virus is out there. It is going to be there for a long time with us. So let's stay with precautions. Use masks, right? Be clean always. So avoid going to crowded places and stuff. Of course, practice social gathering, social distancing. Okay, getting into the point now. So we all at home, right? So it's been almost 1.5 months now. We all at home. We have been doing all sorts of household work out of our normal employment, normal work, normal office work. Few still, we have a lot of our IT friends who are working from home. A lot of people working from home, and there have been n number of people who have been doing a lot of social work during this time. So helping out people, giving them a lot of the needy, giving them food, supplying them with the groceries, supplying them with the daily needs which are required. So that's a wonderful thing. Hats off to all of them. And hats off to all the healthcare people, all the doctors, nurses working day in day out, supporting everyone in this tough time. So there are doctors who are, there are even mother doctors, right, who are mothers of small children who are working continuously for 2 weeks, for 10 days, for 15 days, and then going back home. So it is really tough, imagining us in such a situation. So hats off to them. So hopefully they will be rewarded for all their efforts, and it is our duty to support them and support even all everyone from all sides. So definitely there will be people who would no, there will be things which will not be as per our expectations. We will always have criticism for everyone. So let's criticize in the right way. Let's appreciate whatever effort everybody is taking to support everyone in this problem, in the pandemic, in this corona time. So let's come out of it. Let's fight together and let's come out of it together. Fine. Okay. So now coming back. So you must be knowing, right? So Synergy, we are a training company and all those things. So I'm Imran. So I'm a Six Sigma expert, a digital marketing trainer. So we do a lot of trainings for everyone. So today, what we're going to talk about here is what has this corona, this lockdown, this global pandemic changed in the business world, right? So business world, if it's changing in the business world, it is not just stops there, right? So a business owner is affected. If the business owner is affected, the business is affected. If the business is affected, the employees are affected. And if the employees are affected, their families and everybody dependent on them is affected, right? So it is a cycle. So now how has this changed? So of course we all know that there has been a lot of industries which have been completely locked down during this period. People who have been losing their jobs, n number of jobs have been lost. So what has really happened? So which are the industries which have been really affected during this time, right? So we'll just have a look at those industries. So the first industry, right, which has been hugely affected is the retail industry. So today retail, so people were completely dependent on retail. So you go to you want to buy a clothing, you go to a retail store. You want to buy a car, you go to a retail store. You want to buy a bike, you go to a retail store. You want to buy a paint, you go to a retail store, right? So everything was retail. You want to buy an AC, you go to a retail store. So everywhere everything was retail. People invested. You have business houses invested in retail. They had like huge retail showrooms. Like if you take franchisees, retail franchise outlets, everywhere everything was in retail. But now this is an industry which has gone for a toss completely. It has been affected the most out of every other industry, right? So because customers have a close interaction here, so it is obvious that retail industries, retail shops, retail showrooms will take a lot of time for them to start and again go back. So of course these industries will develop and come forward, but at this point of time they have gone through a huge loss. They will have to compensate those losses. They may sack people. They may have attrition. They will have people. They will reduce their salaries. They may have industries, right? So the next such industry is hospitality. Of course, there is no travel. There are no people are moving about from one place to another. So ultimately the hospitality industry is affected. Then the tourism industry. So can you just imagine when tourism will actually, when are you going to travel abroad, when people are going to go for honeymoons, when people are going to go for vacations, you just even can't imagine when we are going to, people are going to do this again. So this is another industry which is hugely affected. This affects everyone. It affects the people, it affects it affects the hotels, it affects the restaurants, it affects the travel agencies, it affects the airlines. The entire industry is going to be doomed for a long time. Next, automotive industry. So already automobile industry was going through a slump. This because of this pandemic, because of this corona, COVID-19, it has gone back again, right? So you have abundant of stocks which are being manufactured lying in stock yards, so much of raw materials lying idle, automobile cars and two-wheelers lying idle in showrooms for the past 1.5 months. God knows how many of these cars, how many of these two-wheelers are actually uh, going to function right after everything opens up, right? So there's going to be a huge loss in that industry. To compensate that loss, obviously, the owners, business owners, the managements, they are going to compensate that loss by using pay cuts, closing down showrooms, closing down stores, cutting a lot of job cuts. A lot of things will happen in that industry as well. Next is the cinema industry. Cinema industry is hugely dependent on people, right? It is a completely people oriented industry, in all forms. You take it from the top to the actors, from the technicians to the lower level people who come in behind the scenes as well. Everywhere it is completely people oriented. And today the entire cinema, not only cinema, your theaters, everyone. So we hope that this industry also would come up. Of course, it is an entertainment industry. So today we have a lot of platforms, right, which are substituting the primary entertainment industry, right, the cinema industry. Next is the live sports. So this is another industry which is being affected. Okay, so sorry for this technical glitch here, some network issues. So the industry we're talking about is live sports. So the entire this is a time of Indian IPL, right? So you have like crores and crores of money which is being pumped into the IPL in through way of sponsorships, through way of, so everything for advertisements through live sports, right? So it is a category which involves huge revenue in billions of money. So people earn their entire the annual income during this period, right? That has been completely stopped. The entire sports fraternity, you take not only cricket, you take football, you take tennis, everywhere, all the live broadcasters, the anchors, the sponsors, everything has come to a standstill. The next is the real estate industry. Of course, everybody is having a cash crunch right now. So apartment, no, the big construction companies, everybody is come to a standstill. There's no movement of money. So when there's no movement of money, there will not be any transactions of lands and apartments, whatever it may be, events and conferences as well. So because of this pandemic, of course, no events, no conferences in the near future. Even if there are, it's going to be online. It's going to be cloud. It's going to be virtual conferences, virtual events. It's not going to be right physical events, right? So this is another category which has been hugely affected. There are even more industries which have been affected. I have just jotted on a very few, the most primary industries. So if you can go back and just think now, most of us would be working in such industries. We would be working in such industries, or our education may be taking us to such industries, right, in maybe in 1 year or 2 years time. So this is a time where everything is going to change. So you can call it as a new normal, right? So things are not going to be the same once this lockdown is over. So everything is going to be different. Industries are going to be different. The way money is going to be invested is going to be different. The way products are going to be sold is going to be different. what products are being sold also is going to be different, right? So how do you adapt? So imagine you are in your college now, you are graduating now. So what is going to be your future, right? Are you not sitting at home and just thinking now, what happens after the lockdown ends? Is it today a business owner sitting at home is going to is definitely thinking, right, what should be done after this lockdown, right? What is going to be the situation? How are we going to satisfy our commitments, right? How are we going to pay the salaries of my employees? So all these are different questions. So what about people who have been earning 1.5 lakh, right, in any company today? They are sitting at home thinking, will they be sacked tomorrow or what? So even if they are going back to their companies after the lockdown is over, so how long will they be able to, will their company sustain them? Are they going to be sacked? Will they have to be looking for different opportunities? So you have, everybody has all such questions which are running in our minds right now, right? So I have just jotted down like the main sectors which I feel, right, and I definitely feel is going to boom in the next in the near future. And some of this is already boomed right now in the last 1.5 months, and it is going to boom even further once the lockdown is taken off, right? So the first sector which I feel is going to boom is the digital products industry, right? So you must be thinking, what is digital products, right? So if you're going to buy a spray, it is a digital product. You buy a biscuit, is a product. You buy a car, it is a product, right? So just like how the automobile industry, as we say, is revolutionizing itself as electronic industry, electronical vehicles, e-vehicles. Same way, even products are going to be digital in the near future. So digital products, the digital ecosystem is going to be totally the new normal hereafter. Today itself, you can see like we are talking about cinema, which has been the cinema industry which has been affected. You have production houses already thinking about releasing their movies directly onto digital platforms, right? They are not going to go to theaters. They're directly going to release on digital platforms like Netflix, Amazon Prime, Hotstar, and what all not be. And they're going to try to generate the revenue. So here again, you see the entire traditional industry is going to boom. So if you just imagine, what if tomorrow people start big cinema industries, cinema companies, they start releasing their movies directly on online platforms. What about the cinema theaters? What about the distributors? So they are badly hit. So digital products is completely coming into the picture. So digital products involves everything. It involves coaching, it involves online training, it involves people training people others online, virtual training, virtual classrooms, online webinars. Everything is going to be the hit. People helping others grow their business by training them online, but by teaching them how to make a sale, by teaching them how to develop a digital product. So such people are going to earn a lot of money. Also online brand building, right? So today, whenever if you are a business, you run a business, the first thing whenever you want to make a imagine you want to make a visiting card, right? Traditionally what we will do, we will have a designer design a card and go to a nearby local printer and get it printed out. But today you see, for example, you can take Vista Print. Today everything is, you can go to Vista Print, you can create your own business card. You know designing or not, it's not a question. Even if you just know to operate a computer, it's more than enough. You can go to Vista Print, design a visiting card and sell it on and order it, and it is printed and you may get it at your door in the next 2 or 3 days. This is again the evolution. So here printing people are going to be hugely affected. Same way today, brand building items. You take any brand building item for any industry, it's going to be freely available online. You can customize it online and you're going to sell it online. So if you are in such an industry, in a traditional industry of who supply brand building items, who running a printing house, who running a printing press, where you depend on businesses for your day-to-day activities, go online, right? Try building a portal online. Try selling online, right? That is one thing. The next is going to be the healthcare industry, right? Healthcare, I'm not talking about the healthcare specialty hospitals and all. I'm talking about the healthcare products. So after this pandemic, because of all these issues everywhere, so definitely people, we are going to be hesitant, we are going to be very careful. So in India, I don't think 95% of the population would have ever bought a hand sanitizer anytime in our life, right? But today everybody is behind hand sanitizers. right? Wearing masks is actually a very very good activity, not just because of this COVID-19, but even before earlier also. But we never used to apply such activities, right? So this again is going to be a huge industry. So healthcare industry. So imagine you being an owner of a hand sanitizer business today. Imagine what would be your revenue, right? So that is going to be the next industry. So healthcare products, health that is sanitizing products, house cleaning products, every masks, personal protective equipment, everything is going to be a total huge boom in the near future, right? The healthcare products. Okay, the next industry is going to be projects. So because of this global pandemic, the entire world is come to a standstill, right? So huge projects, multi-billion projects, infrastructure projects, mechanical projects, automobile projects, every project has come to a standstill right now, right? So now what happens? So these companies will be having a huge financial drain right now. They would be sacking employees, they would be having a lot of wage cuts until the situation becomes normal. So now imagine you are in the project space, you are an engineer, you are working for some project, and maybe it can be in a construction field, it can be in automobile field, it can be anywhere. Now imagine if you are going to be affected, right, being in a project field. If you are able to sustain those next 1 month, 2 months, or 3 months, right, and you are able to sustain yourself for the next 2 or 3 months, this industry is going to be restarted again. You will have people hiring people. So if they have sacked employees, they have to get back those employees, right? So this industry is again going to be a huge boom. So if you are in this industry, wait patiently for the next 2 or 3 months. You can use this time to acquire the right skills, hone your skills, develop your skills, so that you are being ready for the market. Even if a company wants to sack you or wants to dismiss you, you should be in a position where then they should not be able to dismiss you because of your skill set. So try improving your skill set and try stay in this industry. Don't leave this industry. It is going to boom again. The next is going to be the data sciences. So even before the COVID-19, data analysts, data scientists are this has become the talk of the town, right? So you take about AI, you take about artificial intelligence, machine learning, right? Even you take about IoT, Internet of Things. All these have been the talk of the town. Now this data, any company concerned with collection of data, usage of data, analyzing the data, these sorts of companies are never going to be out. They are going to even grow multifold, right? So even today, you see, like you would have come across some videos in your social media accounts where you have robots serving people, you have robots nursing people. So all this again comes out into artificial intelligence and data sciences. So this is going to be another field which is going to boom hugely, and it is going to be evergreen. Anybody looking for a career in this industry, don't have a second thought, go into this. Okay. So now the last sector is going to be the digital marketing field, right? So this is again a field which is already booming. It is a rapidly growing industry every day. You have people getting into this marketing today. Marketing can be done only through your mobile phones, to your smartphones at home, because everybody is at home, right? TV, of course, is a good medium of advertisement, but it is again a very costly medium of advertisement. If you are running a small scale business, a small scale individual business, it is very difficult for you to advertise on a large scale medium like a television, right? So social, that is digital marketing, is your cup of tea here. So digital marketing, search engine optimization, search engine marketing, social media marketing, YouTube marketing, TikTok marketing, right? All this Instagram marketing, everything comes into the picture. Could no marketing through Quora, marketing through Pinterest, all this again comes to the picture. This is going to be a field. So if you are a professional working in the digital marketing industry, if you are a student who's acquiring a digital marketing skills, make use of this time, hone your skills, develop your skills in this industry, so that you become industry ready once this lockdown ends, right? So here you go. These are the 5 industries which I feel would be the best: the digital products, healthcare products, automotive industry, sorry, project management industries, the data sciences, and digital marketing industries, right? So these are the top, the 5 I feel that 5 industries which are going to boom or the next big thing when it comes to people who are going to provide employment and people who are also going to create employment. So now these 5 industries I've told you. Now comes the question, what you have to do, right? Do you want to go and get employed in any company which is falls under these 5 industries, or do you want to be a person who's going to start up such an industry, right? That question is up to you. You have to answer that question, right? If But I can only show you the way. If you want to get employed in such industries, you have a lot of free time now. Make use of this time. You have huge you have a lot of people, n number of people who are giving you free training, free webinars, free videos, lot of free stuff online today. So if you are in the digital marketing industry, go to YouTube, go to Google, search a lot of things, try to learn a lot of things, and try to expertise in such things, right? Try to enroll in courses, try to get into such stuff. If you are trying to become an entrepreneur in this field, if for example, imagine I've spoken about digital products. If you feel that you can be a person who can actually develop people, help other businesses grow, help traditional businesses revolutionize and move on to the online field. If you think you can be that person, try to get into it. Try to acquire the skills to train such people. So how are you going to evaluate your digital products? How are you going to create your digital products? How are you going to sell those digital products? Bring into that ecosystem, learn about the ecosystem. That time for you is now, right? So again, digital marketing, project management, as I said, go. You have a lot of opportunities. You can learn softwares. You can get certified in. You have a lot of time now. You might have in the normal time, you may not have time to dedicate towards your upbringing or your upskilling yourself. This is the time where you can skill yourself. Try to skill up yourself and be ready once the lockdown ends, right? So here you go. These are the top 5 sectors which I feel would definitely grow, and you have to concentrate on these 5 sectors. And I promise you, this is going to be the next new normal once the lockdown ends. Okay, so thank you so much for spending your time today. Hopefully you have learned something new. So if any of this video we have spoken about any industry which is concerned with you, it's your time to act. It's your time to take the next step. So take the next step, get skilled, uh, move on. We have to grow. We have to move on to the new normal. We cannot be like we have been as traditionally we have been for so many years. We have to change. We have to evolve. The people who change are going to grow. The people who do not change are going to get stagnated, right? So as a business owner, as a student, as a working professional, it is up to you to take the right decision at this point of time. This is the time for you to make the right decision, right? And as I told you, there are a lot of things which are available for free today. As you don't have to invest your money, right? You just have to invest your time in the right place, right? Rather than spending a lot of hours and hours on watching movies and stuff, you can try to watch videos, educative videos in a particular field of project management, of digital marketing, of how to evolve digital products. So this will help you to grow further. There's a lot of stuff regarding robotics, artificial intelligence, internet of things on the internet. Go and make use of all those videos, all those people who are giving you a lot of information out of them. You have a lot of masters who are experts in all their respective industries, bring out a lot of products for cutthroat prices right now because of the cash crunch everybody is going through. Make use of the opportunities. It is up to you. Your time is now. So stay home, stay safe. Thank you for spending this short while today. Hopefully this video will be useful for you. You have got a lot of good information. So watch out for our next live videos. We are going to have a lot of different guests talking about various things which are going to be very, very valuable for you for your future. So thank you so much. Have a good day. Thanks for your time. Stay home, stay safe, and learn safe. Thank you.